Hey guys, welcome to 2024. Please don't mind the direction of the video because I use my phone camera. There's nobody here with me to help me check if the camera is okay at the front of. I've tried many times. Like this is one crazy thing that we go through as creators. So please don't mind my intro video. Just take it like you saw it, like you seen it now. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Omoyera Oluwatosin, and if this is your first time of stopping by, please support me by clicking on the subscription button and also on the notification bell, so that when I upload a new video, you'll be among the first person to get notified. And on the channel today, I'll be showing you how to cut a Maxi gown, like the one I'm putting on. This is a Maxi gown, and if this is a tutorial you are interested in, please keep on watching. These are the measurements to be needed for the tutorial. If the video is too fast, please pause to view it. The materials and tools you'll be needing is your fabric. I'll be making use of this African print. You can use any fabric of your choice. A tape measure to measure your vertical and horizontal measurement. You need a chalk to roll your pattern. You need a scissors to cut out your pattern, and you need a roller. I later did not make use of this roller, so it is optional. Setting this aside, let's draft the pattern for the Maxi gown. You're going to lay down your fabric nice and flat on a nice surface like the one you see on in the video. You can see that I've laid it down on my pattern table, and the fabric has this flower design at the edges. So the first thing you want to do, you want to fold your fabric on bias, and this is how to fold on bias. You can please take note of the direction you are folding from. Take note of the direction you are folding from. It is very important when you are trying to grab the pattern or get the pattern of this Maxi gown that we are trying to work on. And make sure that when you fold on bias, the rest of the fabric is smooth and nice on that flat surface. You can make use of your iron. I'm trying to bring it closer for you guys to see what it looks like. The next thing you want to do after folding your fabric on bias is to mark your neckline measurement using your shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 8 inches. Now we are going to find 8 inches. You can see I'm trying to find 8 inches. You can see that we are trying to find 8 inches. Once I was sure that I've gotten my 8 inches, I'm going to do an horizontal line across the fabric line. So this line is going to be our neckline, and from this neckline, this is where other measurements will be taken from, like your shoulder line. On the neckline, you're going to come in 4 inches. For someone my size, I am of a medium size. If the person is more chubby than I am, you can use 4.5 or 5 inches. I think 4.5 is enough. From that line, I'm going to place the tape on 5, and I'm going to mark my bust point measurement. My bust point measurement is 10 for 5 inches. Or what you just do is that from that mark point, you're going to just come down 4.5 inches from that neckline. Or if you use your bust point measurement, just go up from your bust point measurement by 4.5 inches to get your neckline. Make sure that the tape is on 5 inches on that neckline, because the 5 inches that we extended from is going to be used as the strap that will be attached to the neckline of the clothes. Next, you want to mark quarter of your bust circumference of 1 inches for seam allowance. You're going to connect this into the neckline with a slant line or a slightly curved line. For the center front, I don't want mine to be straight. You can leave it straight like that or come down 2 inches and curve it in like so, like the way you are seeing me doing in the video. This is what the whole upper part of your Maxi gown should be looking like. The next thing you want to do now, you want to mark the full length of your gown. Remember that we place the staple on 5 inches. Now you go from these 5 inches, you're going to mark the full length. I'm using 58 inches for my full length. Then I am going to minus the 5 inches, which is going to be for the strap, and I will add 0.5 inches for hemming allowance because the down strip or hem of this dress is going to be curved. So what you see me doing is marking 53.5 inches. I'm just marking it from that straight line that we first drew. This is on the straight line and mark your 53.5 inches. Yours might be longer or shorter depending on your full length. The next thing you want to do from this point, you want to cut out the pattern. If you notice in this video, the back is longer than the front. Don't panic, that's how it is going to be because we cut this fabric on bias. Now you're going to pick that side that is closer to you and you're going to place it on the front part of this pattern. You overlap it by half an inch, so you're going to stitch it together. You're going to overlap it. That's the way you're going to do it. Even when you are not using the fabric that has this pattern or a different pattern entirely, make sure you are placing it the way you see it. The reason why you are placing it like this is because you are still following the bias design, like the bias cut that this dress is made from. Now you're just going to place it like this. Once you are done pinning it, you are going to flip it over to the other side and cut it out. I realize I never had that much to lose. Show me you can be more than just my enemy. One day you and me, we can live our fantasies. I want to believe we can rule the galaxy. Move on from insanity. We can live our fantasies. Now that you are done cutting the end part of this pattern, let us cut the neckline of this pattern to remove the part that we don't want. Take your time to cut this out. Now we are going to add pocket to this dress. From your armhole, you are going to come down 6.5 inches. What you see me doing is just notching the side seam. You're going to come down 6.5 inches from the armhole. That's going to be where your pocket will start from, and the width of this pocket is going to be 6 inches. Now you're going to mark 6 inches as well from that point. That's your pocket opening. Now the next thing you want to do, you want to notch this part so that it will be easy for you to locate where to place the pocket when the time arrives. Trim off the excess that you don't need from this pattern, and that is all. The next thing you want to do after cutting the front pattern is to cut out the back pattern. Let's set this aside and cut out the back pattern of this tutorial. Like you did for the front, you are going to place your fabric nice and flat on the flat surface on the floor if your table is not big enough. Now remember that we folded from this direction. The back, we are going to fold from the opposite direction. Yeah, you're going to be folding from the opposite direction because you want the pattern to match at the side seam. You know it has a pattern. Even when you are not using a fabric that has the same pattern with this or any fabric, even if it doesn't have a flower pattern, always make sure you fold from the opposite direction when you are cutting this type of maxi gown. Now you're going to place the front of the on the back. It doesn't have a zip. and you're going to use the front to cut out the back. You watch what I'm doing, just using it to cut the back. After cutting it out, remember that the front one side will be longer while the other side will be shorter. Pick the side that is seen on bias, like the way we did for the front. You place it on the remaining fabric, overlapping it like this by half an inch. You overlap by half an inch because you are going to sew it. And after you are done pinning, you're going to flip it over to the other side because that part have the guideline on where to cut on. So I'm just cutting the hem of the back pattern of this tutorial. And once you are done, you're going to transfer the pocket opening to the back as well. Place the back on the front, make sure they align at the side seam, and transfer that 6.5 inches point and the 6 inches opening point to the back as well. Setting this aside, we are going to work on the strap. For the strap, remember that we came down, we remove 5 inches from the length of this gown. Now you're going to bring the 5 inches for the front and back to give you 10 inches, half an inch for ease, that is 10.5, 1 inch for sewing allowance, half for the front and half for the back, that is 11.5. Now you're going to cut 11.5 by 1.5 inches, and that's what you see me doing. I'm cutting 11.5 by 1.5 inches. Now I'm just trying to align my mark point and cut out the strap. You're going to cut a pair, one for the front and one for the back. So what I have here is 11.5 against 1.5 inches, and what we have here is a pair. You can see one for the front and one for the back. The next thing you want to cut after cutting the strap is to cut the pockets. I know some of you don't know how to cut the pockets that goes into the side seam of the dress. Now watch the way I'm doing it. The first thing you want to do, you want to fold your fabric into two, and then you're going to fold it again. Now we have our fold opening. You're going to rule a straight line. This is going to be the end of the pocket. Now for the length of the pocket, you're going to work with 13.5 or 13 inches, but for this tutorial I worked with 13 inches. After marking the 13 inches, I'm going to rule a line like the way I did at the end of this pocket. Now after ruling my line, the next thing you want to mark is the width of the pocket. You can work with 6.5 or 7 inches. Now I'm going to work with 7 inches. What you see me marking is 7 inches against the 13.5 inches. The width of this pocket is 7 inches. Now the next thing you want to do is to come in from the top edge by 3 inches. You come in by 3 inches. Remember our opening is 6 inches. Now from that 3 inches point, you're going to slant it in to get 7 inches on the other line. Yes, that is 7 inches. The reason why it is 7 inches because the remaining 1 inch is for seam allowance, half an inch at the top and half an inch at the bottom. Now you can actually leave your pocket like this, or you're going to style it. I'm not going to leave the pocket like that. I'm going to style it. I'm going to come in half an inch and curve it in like the way you see me doing, and you can leave the upper edge like the way it is straight, or curve it in like the way I curve mine. From that 1 inches curve, you're just coming in with your hand, your free hand, to draw your side seam of the pocket. So this is what you should have at the end of the day. It is now time to cut out your pocket bag. Watch the way I'm cutting mine, don't make a mistake. That part that you see an arrow, you can leave it straight or you can curve it in like the way I curve mine. It is optional. Now we have our pocket back ready. We have a pair each, one for the front and one for the right side and one for the left side. This is what you should have at the end of the day. You can see we have 2 pockets here to work with. And this is what your pattern should look like at the end of the day. We have our front and back gown piece. We have the strap that goes around the front and back. We have our facing and we have the pocket. So that's that. And the next is the sewing. I've joined the side seam and I've fixed the pocket, and I've also joined the facing, and this is what the facing is looking like. It's looking like the mini version of our gown. You can see once you place it, they are both the same. The next thing you want to do, you want to add your strap that goes around the neck, the shoulder line to the back. So I'm just pinning the shoulder strap on the apex of this gown, that pointed edge that look like triangle. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side as well. You pin it at the front and you're going to pin it at the back as well. Make sure you are doing it right. Don't make the strap fold. Don't give yourself double work. Take your time. Nobody's rushing you. And once you are done pinning the strap, you are going to bring in your facing, and you're going to place the facing, the right side of the facing on the right side of the main fabric, hiding the strap between the facing and the main fabric. You can see the way I'm pinning this together. And if you need a tutorial on how to fix the side seam pockets of a dress, please, I'll be dropping the link in the description box. Just click on it. It will take you directly to where the video is on my channel. You can see the way I'm pinning the facing on the side seam of the facing and the side seam of the gown together. I've already sealed the pocket and this is what it is looking like. Now we are going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch the neckline of this dress. After I was done stitching the neckline, I'm going to bring this closer to the camera for you guys to see. You're going to start notching to ease those important area, like the center, front, the apex and everything. You're going to remove excess from this part so that you won't have any bulkiness around where the strap is. After you are done, you're going to take it back to the sewing machine and you're going to stop stitch. What you see me doing here is just notching the neckline to ease the sewing around the neckline. After that, you're going to take it to the sewing machine and please remember to top stitch. And once that was done, I gave it a nice press and this is what we arrived at. You can see how nice and beautiful the tutorial came out. The remaining fabric, I use it for scarf, and this is what it is looking like at the end of the day. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumb up, like and share my video, and don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Do have a nice day and bye.
Doing the Auntie Lovely.